Parkman and Mark Johnson with the Parkman White Law Firm. Y'all handle a range of cases. We've talked earlier criminal cases,
Right.
divorce cases, complex civil litigation cases. I want to focus on criminal cases.
Okay.
When somebody gets arrested and the police call you that you're a suspect in something, and they say, come down to the police department, we want to talk to you. What should the defendant do?
Pick up the phone and call us immediately. Don't, and I understand it. Human nature says, let me go down there and talk to them, and let me go down there and I'll explain things to them. And once I explain things to them, they'll apologize for bringing me down, and all will be forgiven, and we'll just part our separate ways. That's not true. When you get down there and you start explaining, then that's when they start reaching for the handcuffs, and that's when you're going to stay some hours or days. So the best thing to do is once you get a call or once you feel that you've been arrested, don't say anything, get in touch with a lawyer and let the lawyer handle it from there. Because, you go back and look at the history of cases, whether it's Barry Bonds or Martha Stewart or any of those, it's all about them talking and going to grand juries and talking. And you just don't do that. It's not in your best interest, because people take things out of order of what you say, they take things out of context of what you say, and they're not there to help you. They're there to arrest you. So pick up the phone call.
Mark, it's been your practice that the people a lot of times go down there to talk. When they get down there, they already have the warrant, so it doesn't matter what you say?
That absolutely happens a lot. They're not asking you there, especially at a local, maybe not a grand jury investigation, but a local police or sheriff's department. The investigator calls and says, hey, I need you to come talk with me. There's a reason. It's not, if you're not the victim in the case, there's a reason he's calling you down there, and he's already got you in mind for something, and 9 times out of 10, you're going to go to jail, if not that day, shortly thereafter. I agree totally with Jim that people feel like they can explain things away, and that comes from a simple, common mistake that people think that whatever their involvement in something may not have been to the degree they think it is, but the police have already got their mind made up. Not in a bad way, but they've already got their evidence, their probable cause, so to speak, to make that arrest. And they're just bolstering it with whatever you're telling them, because they're going to ask you questions you don't want to answer. And a lot of people, I've had people tell me this, and I would like to address this. They said, well, I went and talked to the police because I was afraid that if I called a lawyer and brought a lawyer with me, that would make me look guilty. That would make me look bad. Not true. It's been my experience with police officers, whether they're county or city, they do not get offended if somebody brings a lawyer with them. They understand that's that person's right, and that person's being smart, whether they feel like they're guilty or innocent. The police officers aren't going to hold that against you. Okay, it's been my experience. And do not get a lawyer for that particular reason. Don't be afraid of that issue.
Right. They're going to arrest you if they want to arrest you.
Exactly. Yes.
With a lawyer, without a lawyer.
Correct.
Right.
When people watch this, the first thing they say, well, you're protecting somebody that's done something. You're not always protecting somebody that's done something, because you had a lot of cases that you had not guilty that the police or law enforcement feel like they did it, but they didn't do it. They can't prove their case.
That's correct. Or like you said, they're innocent. And so what you're doing is you're protecting someone who is in a very strenuous position of being in front of the big heated lamps with police officers that already know some things that you don't know, or may say things that you're not aware of. And then you start talking and you're not thinking correctly because of the pressure. And then you start saying things that you don't mean, but it comes out the way they want it to mean, and next thing you know, you're in the handcuffs. And if you're not careful, then you're ending up breaking big rocks into little rocks at some penitentiary. So the best thing to do is it's not about whether you're guilty. It's not about whether you're innocent. It's a matter of protecting yourself at that stage, which you have a right to do. And there's nothing wrong with that. Why put yourself in a pressure cooker? Why do it? There's no reason for it, because it's not going to come out good. Never has, never will.
So when the Miranda warning says you have the right to remain silent, exercise that right and contact the law.
Yes. Say, let me call an attorney.
They don't tell you that for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To contact your law firm, how do we contact you?
334-792-1900 is the local office here, 661 West Main right here in Dothan. Thankfully, we've grown to be a large firm. Jim and them are in Birmingham up there. You can contact them at 205-244-1920. But we have a strong hometown presence here because Dothan's where we're all from. And get a hold of us. We got 2 websites, DothanLawFirm.com and ParkmanandWhite.com. And you can certainly contact us through either of those avenues also.
Thank you.